Hi everyone, bonjour, bonsoir, welcome back for another video. This video is about Zion's lock journey, updating you guys on his 7th year locking. So if you guys have been following him or have not been following him, he does have a playlist dedicated to his lock journey. If you want to see the very beginning to now, go to, I believe it's called Zion's Lock Updates, and you'll see the very beginning to now. So in this video, I'm gonna include some facts about his locks because I do get questions about how we maintain it and how we keep it healthy and all of that good stuff. So we're gonna discuss that in this video, so keep watching. So I'm gonna discuss these things throughout, showing you guys his maintenance and pretty much talk about what we're doing. So here I'm washing his hair and I'm using our shampoo, our Moringa deep cleansing shampoo, and I'm using our scalp scrubber. I love this little device right here, and I know some people think it hurts, but it does not hurt. This is the deep cleansing Moringa shampoo that we're using, and as you guys can see, the second lather is much more lathery because his hair was dirty. So once again, I'm going back in because he likes the massage of the brush, so I use it even for the second wash. But that brings me to fact number one. We wash every 2 weeks, and we've been doing this since day one. Since his little baby stubby locks, we still washed. So there is a myth that you can't wash your locks for a number of months. When you first start, I could not do that when I started my locks, and I was not going to do that to him. And now that you guys know I do locks professionally now, I have a salon and everything, we wash. Washing is very, very essential to the health of your hair, your scalp. It's very essential. So we do wash every 2 weeks. I'm not saying that you have to wash every 2 weeks, but we wash every 2 weeks. If it works for you, it works for you. But if you want to try it out, see how it works. All right, and after we wash, I moisturize with Moringa oil. You guys know I've been using Moringa oil for a minute on him and his dad and his brothers. So I finally made a product that I can distribute to you guys. Same with the shampoo. If you guys go in the description box, there is a link, an Etsy link to where you can purchase the oil and the shampoo. Now the oil, the feedback I've been getting on the oil since launching it is that you guys want bigger bottles, and you guys love it, but you want bigger bottles. So I'm working on that. Moringa oil is it's a very light oil. So you really do not need much. You need just enough to replace what you stripped with the shampoo. You don't need a lot of oil. You don't need to like ooze oil all the way down your face and back with this oil. So if you've been following, you know he decided to get an undercut a while back, and then after that he decided he wanted to let it grow out because he wants me to turn those into little starter locks to let them grow out. So that's what we've been doing right here in this video. It had been about 5 months since his last cut. 5 months since his last cut. All we've been doing is braiding it. As soon as it had enough little grip, I just started braiding it, making sure I take care of that part as well as his locks, and oil it and then braid it. And that's what I've been doing, and it's been growing nicely. I want him to get a little bit more length on it first before we add it and put some more locks in it so it can try. I don't think it will ever catch up with his locks, but he thinks it will. But I'm letting it grow a little bit more, and then we will add his baby locks that he wants to add to it. Now, Zion does not want to ever cut his hair. That is his stance right now on cutting his hair. He's not gonna do it. No matter how many times he's watched me cut my hair. He saw his dad cut his hair. He is his own person. He's gonna do what he wants to do with his hair, and I'm here for it. Whenever he wants to cut it off or keep it growing to his feet, like he said, mommy is here for it. So I'm just showing you guys the length that he's retained just from us braiding his little undercut in about 4 to 5 months, applying his Moringa oil. His hair does really well with it, and the reason I started using it is because he has eczema and I don't use any heavy products on him. So that leads me to the next fact about his hair. We have never used gel on his hair. Never, ever, ever, ever. Not to start, not to retwist, ever. He's never had gel on his hair. only oil retwist. And I'm showing you guys a really close up of his locks right here. This is his roots. He has a very thick strands of hair, and he has a lot of hair. So he has high density and thicker strands. So this is his lock all the way from the root to the tip. His roots are a little bit more loose, and because of that, when I do his hair, I don't even use rubber bands anymore. I just braid it like as if I was to finish a braid on loose hair. So this is his hair fully oiled, scalp fully oiled, and we are going to just do a quick style on him. This is what I do on all my boys when mommy gotta go, you guys gotta go to bed, and we need your hair to dry before you go to bed. So this is a quick style that I do on them. Now, I don't really like doing this on Zion, and Zion only gets a retwist. This brings me to another fact. Fact number 3, Zion only gets a retwist now about twice to 3 times a year. And one of them is his birthday. So he doesn't like getting retwisted. I believe one year we only retwisted 1 time because he just doesn't like it, and his hair does well not retwisting. If his hair wasn't doing well, we would retwist more often. In the beginning, we interlocked for 3 months because his hair was so short. If you guys go back and look, it was so short that we interlocked for the first 3 months. After that, we never interlocked. We went to retwisting once a month, and then once he hit a few years, we stopped retwisting altogether because it became his choice and his hair could handle not retwisting. So, but this style I mainly do on his brothers because they have a lower density than him and their strands are finer. So this style, their hair dries quick with it. And don't mind me repositioning his head. We're talking and having our little science conversations. We're both nerds. Having our little science conversation. So he's so into it that he's not holding his head still. But I know somebody might mention that. Don't mind me. I would never hurt my baby. But I was repositioning his head so you guys can see what I'm doing. So yeah, so this style, I kind of refrained from doing it on him because his hair is so thick. We want it to dry, and I don't like styling his hair when it is not dry. So he had to sit under the dryer after this. Fact number 4, he started his hair around 3 years old, I believe. He was turning 4, but he was 3 years old when we started. And another fact is that he has around 70 locks now. He had around, I think almost, I don't remember the exact number because it's been so long, but it was around 80, high 80, almost 90 or something like that. But his undercut eliminated about 12 locks or something. So he has around 70 locks now with the undercut. And if you were to size his locks up and give them a size, although they're natural locks and not extensions, I would give them the size of medium, small, because he has some that are smaller. So he has a few that would be considered small, but most of his head would be considered medium because his hair thickened up a lot. And you guys already know, obviously, I love lock journeys. I share my own and I share a lot of other lock journeys on here. But his was very interesting because I got to, see him every day. He's my kid. And see him every day and watch him grow. So his locks from when he first started them as a little kid and now he's a big kid, it's been really cool to see how his head expanded and his locks expanded with his head. Because I've had people say, they're worried about the kid growing into the locks or the child growing into the locks and will it look right and all that. But I think it will. I think you just have to, if you're wanting to start locks on your child, make sure that it is something that's not that is realistic. So you don't want to do a million locks on the child's head because their head is going to grow into it and the locks are going to be thicker and it's going to be too bulky. So you don't want to do too many locks on their head because they're, like I said, they're going to grow into it, get thicker. So you want to make sure it's something that you want to do it with longevity in mind. Think about their head getting bigger and expanding because his locks were not this thick to start with at all. They got so thick and they're so fluffy still. I love his hair so much. So this is the go-to style. We're almost done. And like I said, I don't use rubber bands on his hair anymore because his ends are loose. So I just braid it like I would braid a loose hair or twist it like I would twist loose hair. And I did the same style on his brothers. This style takes me about 30 minutes. On his brothers, it may take me about 20 because they're smaller and their heads are smaller. But yeah, and I don't really post his brothers because they don't sit still, guys. I'm a mom of 3. I got things to do. These kids gotta go to bed, so I'm not gonna sit here and fight with my little ones to put them on camera. Zion does well, and he's used to it, and he loves it. He loves going back and watching his videos on my channel. So Zion is still up for it. And as long as he's up for it, you guys will continue to see his updates. Maybe not as often because life is busy now, but I'll still post if he is cool with it. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Any information you might want probably is in the description box. My Amazon store is there, my Etsy store is there, booking link is there, products that I use, all that is in there. Thank you guys so much again. See you in the next one. Bye guys.